Hi, guys. Mr. Dale hooked me up. We're good to go. We should be able to do some of the things that I want to do. One thing I couldn't do still yet, he can only do like one thing at a time. So I'll be sure to ask him about that. But today, this week, we are learning about setting. And once we were at school, oh, look at my hair. It looks so crazy. Sorry, it's afternoon and I'm ready to go home. I'm tired. Okay, anyway, sorry, I get distracted. Um, we're talking about setting. And today, when I was at school with my anchor kids, I thought this really cool thing to help us remember. So, setting is where, okay? So, like a rooftop. See, kind of like the rooftop of a house or a school. So, go ahead and make a house with your hands. And the setting is where, okay? And then point to your pretend watch and say when the story takes place. Can you say that? When the story takes place. Okay. So repeat with me. Okay. Say the setting. Good. The setting is where. Remember our little house? The setting is where and when the story takes place. All right, good job. We did that today, and I thought that went really good. So that's going to help us remember that when we're thinking about the setting of the story, it can be a place, like a house, school, and it can be when, daytime, nighttime. Okay, and we know those different things because we saw the sun, and then we saw the moon and the stars. Well, today we have a different story called We Don't Eat Our Classmates. Looks like Mrs. Fish and Mrs. Skipper and I, we all share books. So it looks like the cover was taken, like the plasticky part was taken off. So this one, here's the cover. We don't eat our classmates. Hey, kids, you will never be eaten by a T-Rex. They are extinct. I promise. All right, so as we're going through, I want you to be thinking about the setting. Where and when, I can't point to my watch, when the story is taking place. All right, we don't eat our classmates. Penelope Rex was nervous. It's not every day a little T-Rex starts school. What are my classmates going to be like? Will they be nice? How many teeth will they have? This was very important. Penelope's mom bought her a new backpack with ponies on it. Ponies were Penelope's favorite because ponies are delicious. Penelope's dad packed her lunch of 300 tuna sandwiches. Wow, that's a lot to eat. Finally, the big day came, and Penelope Rex was very surprised to find out that all of her classmates were, what do you think they were? Can you make a prediction? Children! Yes, they were children. And she's the only dinosaur. What do you know about a T-Rex? Are they the most frightening dinosaurs that existed at one time? They were, so it's kind of funny and strange and silly that she's scared when she's the scariest. So she ate them because children are delicious. Penelope Rex, said Mrs. Noodleman, we don't eat our classmates. Please spit them out at once. So she did. It was not the best way to start school. Still, Penelope was determined to have a good first day. Oh, look at all the spit and saliva all over them. Ugh. She tried hard to make friends at recess. She finger painted some of her best work. She even saved Griffin Emery a seat at lunch. You can sit here. Oh, do you think he's a little nervous? Probably, right? She just ate him already. But think about the setting. Where is it happening? Penelope started to notice everyone was making friends but her. Oh, look, she's sitting alone, playing alone. It was lonely. When she got home, her dad asked her about her first day of school. I didn't make any friends, Penelope cried. None of the children wanted to play with me. Penelope Rex, her father asked, did you eat your classmates? Well, maybe, sort of, just a bit. Sometimes it's hard to make friends, said her dad, especially if you eat them. You see, Penelope, children are the same as us on the inside, just tastier. Dad gave Penelope a lot to think about. The next day, Penelope tried really hard, but poor Penelope, she could not stop herself from eating her classmates. Mrs. Noodleman, Penelope ate William Adamo again, and they were all afraid of her. Oh, I'm feeling so bad for her. Except Walter. Walter was a goldfish, so Penelope tried to make friends with him. Will you be my friend? Chomp! What happened? Yes, the fish bit her. Eee! He's eating my finger. Look at him. He's holding on. Once Penelope found out what it was like to be someone's snack, she lost her appetite for the children. Meaning she's not hungry for them anymore. She stopped eating her classmates, even when Cece Woodman spilled barbecue sauce all over herself, and soon Penelope made friends. Found you. Want a brownie? I helped make them. Now, even when children look especially delicious, she peeks at Walter and remembers what it's like when someone tries to eat you. Yikes, she thinks. I don't want that to happen again. And Walter the goldfish stares right back at her and licks his lips. Uh-oh, she's scared. Because dinosaurs are delicious. Isn't that a cute story? So cute. All right, so I want you to pull out this organizer called Describe the Setting. And we're going to talk about the different settings. Now, there was one main setting in this story. I bet you know what it is. What do you think? Yeah, school. School was throughout this whole book. There was a little bit where Penelope had gone home. See? You can tell it's the kitchen, but most of the story was taking place at school. So in the first box in your organizer, it says, describe the setting. What does it look like? Okay, so let's think. What does the setting look like? What would you see if you were there in the setting? What could we write? Let me show you a picture again. Here's the classroom. Okay. What could we say looks like? Yeah, we could say that we see tables. All right. So, and then I want you, I'm going to hold it up for you guys to see. Go ahead, copy the word tables, and then down below here, go ahead and draw a table, okay? That's what we would see. We see lots of tables in there, okay? We're just going to put one thing in each box. I just think that's going to be maybe easier, okay? Sounds like. What do you hear when you're at a school? What does this classroom setting sound like to you? What would you hear? Yeah, let's put this word. Let's put kids. You would hear kids in the classroom. And then down below, you could draw maybe 2 kids. Okay. Good. What would it smell like? Lots of different smells in a school. I think of one, and I remember someone today saying it. You know when it's lunchtime, right, at school? Because you can smell the air. It comes down the hallway and makes you a little bit hungry. So it smells like, let's put lunch. And if you want, you can put the tuna sandwiches. That's what Penelope had, was the tuna sandwiches. And then we have another box that says feels like. Think about a school, a classroom. What could you feel when you're in a classroom? Let's see. I'm going to flip to the pages here. All right. So if we go back to this page again, what would be something that you could feel? Oh, I'm thinking of over here. See the fish tank? How would that water feel? Because the water was in the fish tank, or not the water was in the, well, the water is in the fish tank and the fish tank's in the classroom. Could you say it feels wet? So you could write wet and draw like the fishbowl. That'd be a good idea. And then the last one says feels like. So think about another one. How would it feels like? Oh, what about this one? This part of the story, when Penelope gets bit by the fish. Could we say the word like ouch? And then you could draw a picture of Penelope getting bit by the fish. So what we did here on this organizer is we described the setting of the classroom and we used our senses. We used what it looked like in the classroom, what it sounded like, what it smells like, what it feels like in the classroom. Okay, so remember, character is where and when the story takes place. Awesome job.